like we missed a pick or disagree with any, make sure to let us know in the comments section below. Also, our question of the day: who's a new champion you've picked up this season? What about you, Max?
I'd be faithful in my girl Evelyn.
Okay, but what if she got deleted from the game?
Probably play Spark top.
You would. And for all of you guys who want to get better at League of Legends this season, make sure to check out ProGuides.com using the description link below. Go find yourself a challenger coach and start winning more games now. All right, let's get into the video. Starting off with the top lane, we have Darius and Jax. Season 10, and the D-Man isn't slowing down his reign of terror. He's a character that's capable of overwhelming his opponents. Yes, that's a Legends of Runeterra reference for all of you guys who caught that. Definitely consider one-tricking him this season, as he's confirmed to become a viable jungler in the near future. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm saying that. Role flexibility is something you always want to look for on a champion you main. Unfortunately, whenever we queue up, we need to queue up for 2 roles, and sometimes we even get auto-filled. As he slowly transitions into the jungle role, Darius players will be able to queue up as both top and jungle, and be able to play a viable champion in every game they don't get auto-filled. Although I don't really like Darius, I'm pretty excited for this, and you guys should be too if you're looking for a champion to one-trick. Being able to play your champion in more games means less lobbies you'll have to dodge, and less reliance on asking for your role when you're auto-filled. Okay, enough with that though. Let's talk about why Darius should be your go-to top laner. The type of champion Darius is, for one, allows him to dominate solo queue. He wants to fight, and his biggest issue is finding enemies that are willing to oblige him. Darius isn't very mobile, but this often won't matter during the laning phase. Although ranged top laners can cause you some trouble, running Ghost and playing extremely aggressively can catch many of them off guard. Once Darius pulls ahead in any matchup, he's going to become a terrifying foe to play against. He's known for his insane damage output, tankiness, and his iconic dunks. In spite of what people think, Darius is actually a champion whose win rate rises as he climbs higher and higher into the ladder. This stat actually surprised me a lot when I first saw it as well. This fact means a lot of things, but ultimately this means that more experienced Darius players abuse his power, while newer players aren't as skilled at using him efficiently. Honestly, it's likely that this isn't a micro-level issue. Darius doesn't require insane mechanics to play, though they do help. Pick Darius for sure, just know that I'm going to be upset when I play against you, and just also know that you can't lock him in and just expect to suddenly pop off. You'll need to put some time in to develop your decision making to really exploit his power. Next up on the list is going to be Jax. While his time in the jungle is but a faint memory of the past, he's still a prominent top laner. Jax is known for his ability to apply kill pressure, split push, and end games by himself. He's so strong when he's fed, especially because he's a decent team fighter and also one of the best split pushers in the game. You want to have multiple options available to you at all times, and Jax is definitely the guy who will open those doors for you. Jax has decent mobility, high damage, crowd control, and is decently tanky with his ultimate. Like Darius, he also doesn't have an insanely high skill ceiling, and most of your improvement on him is going to be macro related and learning matchups. That's going to wrap up the top lane, so we'll put those builds up for you guys one more time as we progress into the jungle. First up in the jungle, we've got Master Yi. If Riot thought he was a problem, I think they would have nerfed him by now. He sports extremely high win rates in the depths of Iron and Bronze, and at the same time, however, he has one of the highest ban rates there as well. The ban rate, well, that's some bad news. However, there is some good news. His ban rate declines as you climb higher. Even as you look at higher ranks, Master Yi's win rate still stays pretty high, well above 50% at the very least. However, there is some unfortunate news that if you are playing him in Iron and Bronze, the issue is going to be getting him consistently. Play him when you can though, and also maybe play another jungler alongside him until you can manage to climb to Silver and Gold, where his ban rate drops significantly. Master Yi is a powerful champion in the current jungle that rewards power farming. He scales up and becomes a strong team fighter as well as a split pusher. The amount of raw damage Master Yi brings to the table makes him one of those tough guys to deal with. It's going to require a team effort to take him down, and spoiler alert, players in solo queue aren't very good at working as a team. But I'm sure a lot of you guys already knew that. Kha'Zix is another pick that's been crawling through the ranks. He's an iconic solo queue carry because his existence alone drives fear into the hearts of his prey. The amount of burst damage he brings alongside his stealthy Fog of War based playstyle merit him as one of the most potent picks on the league's roster. Since solo queue is so disorganized and players get overconfident way too often, Kha'Zix players are able to snowball in many of their games. A single kill can spell the end of it for many foes. Even in high elo games, Kha'Zix is a champion that can dictate the outcome of games by himself. Players make way too many mistakes with their pathing in this game, often taking risky routes or going off by themselves. Somehow, Kha'Zix is always in the right brush at the right time, and that's a skill you learn as you play him more often. Okay, that's it for the junglers, guys, so we'll throw those builds up one more time as we head into the jungle next. First up on the list for the mid laners is going to be Diana. She has been killing it this season after the changes to her E and R. I'm gonna be honest here, I really feel like this champion has so much potential and more players need to start playing her. Even before her changes, more dedicated Diana players were finding success on her by farming it out and waiting for her insane late game. You get to be a powerful late game threat now, and that has a lot of pressure in lane. Oftentimes I see Diana players land Q and then just go for it. It's definitely a change of pace. Long gone are the days where you had to wait for 6 to do anything. Since Diana is able to influence games from the get-go now, definitely consider one-tricking her. You've heard it a million times already, but Diana is a powerful split pusher and team fighter. You don't get to hear that about too many mid laners. AD assassins are usually better at split pushing than team fighting, while many AP champions are better at team fighting than they are at split pushing. Diana gets to do both, so don't undervalue that. It's also nice to see Diana with her high-impact ultimate. She's like a walking Orianna ultimate, so playing her a lot will give you plenty of opportunities for some highlight reel plays. And just as a friendly reminder, you gotta put a lot of effort into these champions if you want to master them and one-trick them. Not only are you gonna have to play a lot, but you're also going to need the right information. If you guys want to fast-track yourself to getting that main, then go to ProGuides.com and find yourself your challenger coach. Next up, following Diana is going to be Fizz. Yet another AP assassin joins the ranks, but Fizz is an ideal candidate for one-tricking. Aside from being a powerful pick, Fizz gives players plenty of room for skill expression and growth. There's so many different things you can do with this kit, and you can always work on your aim. Landing that shark from max range really isn't that easy, guys. Playing a champion like him is rewarding because you can always find something better you could be doing with him. Like other assassins, he's able to one-shot carries, making him a carry himself in solo queue. What I like most about him though is how safe he is during skirmishes or fights. He weaves in and out, wasting a lot of the enemy team's time. Also, Fizz manages to survive every fight. It's pretty nice being alive, and having playful Trickster makes it pretty hard to die to begin with. Those are our mid lane picks, so check out the builds on the screen one last time as we move on to the bot laners. At least for this season, Miss Fortune is proving herself to be a great candidate to one-trick. She wins so many lane matchups, and the pressure she brings to a fight is insane. These two factors alone make her a great champion for one-tricks to really take advantage of their decision-making in macro play. Well, first you need to learn matchups and how to play her, of course. However, those are requirements of every champion, and once you get those out of the way, you have more time to focus on the important stuff in regards to League. The reasons you'll want to one-trick Miss Fortune are that she can zone off parts of a fight, is a lane-dominant champion, and because she also has some crowd control with her E. There are a ton of tools that Miss Fortune provides to all of her teammates. And let's just not forget how good of a team fighter she is with her ultimate. It's just insanity. On the flip side of the spectrum, we have Vayne. At the moment, she's in a pretty good spot in terms of her power level, which helps a lot. Even if some nerfs come her way or the meta shifts, she's a champion that players can always improve with. There's a lot of micro mechanics you'll need to constantly be improving on, and the sky's the limit with her. What makes Vayne great this season, though, is the power of melee champions, especially ones that run Conqueror. Her and Ezreal are the most self-sufficient marksmen in the game. In other words, they require the least amount of peel, and sometimes, honestly, they don't even need any peel. They can handle themselves. The only problem with Vayne is that she lacks wave clear, and her early laning is really hit or miss. When she wins, well, she wins hard. And when she loses, it's hard to be relevant because of that lack of wave clear. If you prefer a high-risk, high-reward playstyle, then Vayne is the champion to pick up. Alright guys, one more time for you, we're throwing those builds onto the screen, and then as always, we're gonna save the best for last. We're gonna save those supports for ya. Okay, so how could we have one of these videos without including the infamous Blitzcrank? The solo queue terror-striking 1v9 machine is still at it. Playing Blitzcrank allows support players to influence the entire map, whether they're trying to crush their own lane or roam to pick up some free kills. Blitzcrank is a champion that can do it all. While he doesn't bring very much to teamfights, Blitzcrank makes picks and has an insanely potent early game because of his hook. He's extremely simple, but his abilities make him a powerful character in the right hands. You're always going to need to work on your hard reads and also aiming your hook as well. It's something that will require some work in the future. As the player base improves, or you get into a higher rank, or people's general habits change, you're going to have to adjust how you throw that hook out. The fact that a game can end off a single hook is another reason why players should be willing to pick him up. Everyone is riding the Nami wave right now, and for good reason. She's going to be an impactful pickup this season because of the changes she received to her E. The fact that her slow will now apply on slows means that Nami is a pick that fits well into even more team compositions. Even before this change, she was already a decent to great pick in almost every game. I can confidently say that she's never going to be a bad one this season, as long as she doesn't randomly get gutted. Nami crushes her foes during the laning phase, allows you to take advantage of early game leads. Transitioning her lane dominance into turrets or dragons should give you the leverage you need to win more games. While Nami isn't the flashiest support, there's a pretty decent skill ceiling to her play. Her Q isn't the easiest ability to land, and understanding the best timing to use her abilities takes some practice. Nami is a safe pick for some of those free wins this season, so don't let any stigmas hold you back if all you want is that sweet, sweet victory screen. That's it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to check out more content like this, there's some on the screen here, or you can go to proguides.com, use the description link below. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you want to see more. That's it for the vid. Thank you guys so much for watching. Good luck in your next few games, and we'll see you on the Rift.